Welcome back everybody, I am JustDaZack and it is my continued mission to show you an interesting video game almost every single day. And today we are going to have a second look at Dungeon Clawler, which finally has been released into early access a couple of days ago. For transparency, I did receive a free key to this game, so please keep that in mind. Also, we checked out the demo a couple of months ago, and my overall feedback, just from my memory, was that I very much liked it, the foundation, but it needed quite some polish, balancing, etc. And I was very much looking forward to the state we are in right now, the early access, but spoiler, I think my overall rating is pretty much exactly like back at the demo, but I'm going to get into the detail of that towards the end of the video. So right now I have already played roughly an hour of this game, of my technically very first run, because I've never gotten that far. We are at floor 12 out of 20. Normal difficulty. This is not the first starting character, but what this is about I'm gonna show you in a second. I just reached this floor right now. I think I forged some of my items and upgraded that. What that is, of course, we're gonna see in a second as well. And before we go into our first combat, let's see. We can transmute some of our items. Again, this is a roguelike Dungeon Clawler-esque game, so to speak. I mean, you read the title, you know what it's about. And we can, of course, upgrade, change, etc. our items. Here at this alchemist, for example, we can transmute our items. For example, this small, actually wooden shield, we could make it out of cloth and then hopefully get some extra synergy. But frankly, first off, I'm out of money, and second off, I haven't found much reason to do that yet, because we have zero synergy with any of that. So I'm gonna leave the room, which kind of sad, even though we didn't activate it, the room disappears to begin with, like completely. It would be nice, like usually you have choices on this floor, for example the forge, that you could just go back if you don't use that. That's kind of sad. Also, you have to navigate these rooms with your keyboard. You can't click and move, which, well, is a thing as well. That said, there's a little bit of an extra reward. Harder fights, there's normal fights. Let's go over here to floor 13 and let's go to our first combat. Here we go. That is the main core gameplay loop of Dungeon Clawler. We're gonna fight some enemies. We can see what they do. These two are going to attack us. This one is also going to buff itself. Oh, this bear has like the bullhog, sorry, has a lot of HP. And this is our main character. Our HP, of course, this goes down to 0. We are screwed and we lose. And we have a little kitty cat, which can't be attacked. This is Cream Puff. Cream Puff is the best, because first off, it gives us an extra strength to begin with our start. And for every strength, we deal that much more damage. And every enemy that attacks us gets automatically attacked by Cream Puff. And Cream Puff deals so much damage how we have strength. So that's how I focused my deck, so to speak, as well, or try to, that I want to go and get as much strength as possible so that Cream Puff can decimate our enemies. We also have a bunch of perks, which are like permanent buffs to our character over the entire run. I'm gonna get to those in a second. All these, so what's the core gameplay loop? Well, we are controlling this claw, like in a claw machine, and we try to grab the items we need, get them, so to speak, to our characters, and that's what our character is going to do. Like block attacks, get armor, deal damage, buff itself, etc, etc. So these two are already going to attack us for 24 damage total. This is going to be a lot, so I want to try to block said damage. I want to try to get this item, for example, the wooden bracelet, which gives me already a block of 15 and also increases our strength by 2, which is nice. This is also the upgraded version. I have both of them upgraded now, that's cool. So what am I gonna do? I try to place my claw and I hit the button and hope that we got lucky. Okay, nice. We also got this other shield, which also gives us more blocks. So we are already set to go to block all the damage. Our strength has been increased. That means they both attack us for 24 damage. We'll block all of that, don't take any damage. And Cream Puff is going to deal 3 damage to each of them per attack, so to speak, because they both attack only once. But we have a second claw and we try to use it. You know what? Let's just go. There's a bunch of items here right in the middle. Oh, got the healing potion. Oh man, well, it's a claw machine. You really can get unlucky in this game. So we didn't need the healing. So you buffed yourself and you heal yourself for 1 health after each attack. So I guess maybe 3 health, because you have this buff 3 times, Vampire Fangs. Speaking of, we have our perks, our permanent buffs. Last off, I picked up the Vampire Fangs myself, so I also regenerate 1 health every time I deal damage. Fun fact, I have no idea if this also refers to Cream Puff. If this is considered part of your character or someone else, we gotta try to keep that in mind. I also have that every time I take damage, I also gain strength, which again has a good synergy. I also have Picky. If you only pick a single item in a turn, it gets used twice. So, for example, last turn, if I picked up twice the bracelet, would have maybe actually been better, because we would have gained 30 block and 4 strength. But of course, there's always the question, can we get that much? First off, I want this strength ring. We would like to have more block. You know what? I'm gonna try to get another wooden bracelet, because I really try to play a little bit more defensive, gain our strength counter, because if it's high enough, we eventually win anyway. We're gonna take 34 damage. We dealt a little bit of damage because we picked up a dagger, which also deals more damage because we already have a little bit of strength. That is nice. And we don't need healing. We have a magic wand, which is upgraded, which deals damage and heals us for 5 to 20. But I would like to have more block. There's a strength ring here as well. Let's try to grab this. We don't need the healing potion. So I'm gonna move here. Maybe like this. Go. Oh, well, didn't get the ring, but a little bit more block and more damage. Okay, defeated this enemy. That's fine too. So we block this. We dealt the damage. Okay, let's go 20 again. I actually want this, I think. Let's try to grab the items in the corner. I actually wanted the bomb or the ring. We got neither. Okay, this healed us because, well, we attacked directly. Of course, we had full health. Well, then just go right in here. We gained a bomb and a little bit more block. So we take 10 damage. It's fine. Let's see. Okay, it seems like we do not regain health if Green Puff deals damage, which makes the Vampire Fangs considerably less effective, but maybe it would have been too strong otherwise. So we picked up a bomb. What does a bomb do? Gives us a buff, so to speak, and it technically explodes after 2 turns and deals 30 damage. 1 turn has already been done, so in 1 turn it's gonna be 30 extra damage to this enemy, and that's kind of how I try to build this character. I try to play a little bit more defensive and gain our strength up, because we essentially have, thanks to Cream Puff, like counter damage, so to speak. Every time we get attacked, we just gotta survive that, and the occasional bomb that detonates over time helps with that as well. So you're gonna deal 20 damage. You know what? Let's pick up the staff. That should heal. Did I get it? Yes, also another strength amulet. And there we go. So we have 16 strength now. We can see our deck here at the top right corner. That is unfortunately kind of only the overall deck. It doesn't show you, because some items have an effect. If your deck's empty, or if this happens, actually items off your deck gets inserted back into the pool additionally, for example. And a few of items, I actually don't know how many, get added automatically. You saw that already at the start of each turn into the deck. It would be kind of cool, in my honest opinion, to just have the remaining thing that are in our deck being shown here, so that we know what we could potentially maybe add, or know that which comes back into the turn. Because right now, technically, we always have to count every single item here that's in the claw machine and subtract it from overall our total deck, and then we know, I still have like 2 small wooden shields on my deck. Tiny things like that. But let's go over here. I'm gonna take some damage, because I picked up in the last turn the Spiky Stress Ball, which also increases our strength, but adds also 3 Stress Ball spikes to the machine, and they deal 1 damage. Of course, the 1 damage is increased by our strength effect, so right now it deals 17 damage, which is pretty decent, but it also automatically deals 5 damage to us. But maybe we get the healing potion with them as well. We don't, that's still fine. Okay, there we go, a bunch of damage, 1 health left. Got attacked, we blocked it, and Cream Puff defeated the enemy. And after every single combat, we can choose a new item that we can then add to our deck, which will appear in the claw machine, of course. For example, right now we have the water pistol. It fills up with liquid if submerged at the end of your turn, giving it a different effect depending on the liquid. So there's like different item liquids, for example. There you can have ink, apparently, water, poison, and lava, I think, as well. The thing is, these items are so very rare that I never found them worth, even with my other characters, to pick them up, because it's really like a huge gamble. Like, okay, hopefully in the next like 20 rounds, I get more items that synergize with them. So even though it has a higher rarity, currently in my deck, there's nothing that does anything with liquids. So that's kind of sad. And that's kind of what I'm hinting at towards the end of the game. I feel like it's very hard to get a certain playstyle running instead either of like really go all into the character strength. Also, we have stats, for example, that the game doesn't teach you. There's no tutorial. Maybe there's one, and maybe Steam was funky because I had the demo and save file stuff is weird because we played the demo a couple of months ago, maybe. Because I was kind of irritated at first that sometimes I dealt like more damage. Well, that is because we actually have a crit chance. And we have all these stats, which are just unfortunately like scroll down. Would be nice to maybe have them a little bit more overview to see that, and also get an information that there is crit chance, but of course that is just a nitpick, but I have a lot of them. We have fluff count. Fluff is essentially the useless stuff in the claw machine that we saw. Magnet strength, retain dodge, retain block. There's a lot of things that you can influence, and I very, very much appreciate that you can look that up. I would like just to have a more beautiful stat screen and a little bit more organized maybe. But, better than nothing. That said, the water pistol is useless to us. The magic wand could be okay. Deals damage, but most importantly, it heals. There's another nitpick. First off, we know show details. I love that a lot. It also tells you essentially each and every keyword, what that does. That you can upgrade it, what health is, for example. It's a small thing, but important to me. Shows you the upgraded version, shows you it's a wood item. But it does actually not show you that this is a big item. If you remember our combat before, the magic wand was a little bit bigger. So it's bigger for the claw machine and harder to pick up. And that is something that you very much need to consider. And I'm also pretty sure that's something I mentioned back when we played the demo. And that's kind of sad. I would love to know that this is a big item, because actually that is a mechanic that some other items also play around. There's, I think, like one item that decreases the size of items in your pool after you play it or so, which is of course good if you have a magic wand, for example, but it doesn't show you on the card. So plastic shield increases block by 15, decreases its block amount by 5 each time it's used. Resets after each fight. Well, no, maybe the magic wand, or we reroll. It's free. Let's go. Ooh, another wooden bracelet gives us block and more strength. That is good. I'm gonna pick this for sure. So we're back at the map. Oh, and I locked in new character, Garbage Greg. Fair enough. So our health, as you can tell, will not be restored between every single combat. It will be restored, however, every time you defeat a boss, which you only know once you defeated a few bosses. I was a little bit irritated at first, because I thought I understand that you always restore health, and then no, it wasn't, and I thought you never restore health. I was wrong, but it's always after every single boss. So there's a harder combat down here, and then we get like a pachinko machine, which, there's so many of these luck-based events. I'm not even sure if it's worth it, but a harder fight probably also has a little bit of a harder reward. So let's do this. We're fighting 3 enemies. This one is going to heal others. This one is going to attack us 3 times, which is very good. We want to be attacked a lot for low damage, and he's going to buff himself or others. That's fine. We have our 2 claw machines. Let's try to go right here, maybe. Yeah, let's try to grab a lot of bracelets, maybe. Oh, yes. Please don't lose. Ah. Okay. Still fine. Got our strength up. Dealt some damage. We have another claw machine going. We also have this item, the energy drink, which I can essentially convert all my block to gain even more strength. And strength, of course, is permanent. Block disappears from round to round, which is good. Do I want this? But it's only a single item. Or do I just grab the bomb and gain some block? Technically, we have enough here. I just grab the ring. Because only the energy drink... Also fluff, yeah. It's used to cushion your items. There's a few, very few items that deal with that. But again, I haven't really found enough reason to pick any of those. Okay, don't need the heal, but sure, that's fine too. 3 items. Full heal. What do you have? Mirror. Reflects 1 attack or debuff back to the attacker during the next turn. That is fine. Unless I pick up a bomb. Gotta keep that in mind, because that... Wait, it's a buff. It's not a debuff. So the bomb is actually fine. Oh, we're gonna get attacked for a lot of damage. So let's try to go in here and get a lot of block. Could be decent. Also did some damage. There we go. 20 block, not enough. Let's go right in here. I want to have a lot of items right now. Okay, more strength and, well, 1 block. 25 is okay. Ooh, everyone has spike. That's kind of mean. Deals 1 damage to the attacker when being attacked. Well, there's that. We want the heal. So let's get the upgraded magic wand here. Maybe? Nope. Well, we still get block, which is fine. There's going to be a lot of attacks coming in. Let's see. We can kind of make use of the environment to influence. There we go. Ooh, oh, okay. 2 good items. Heal up, deal damage. The heal is definitely worth it. Saved me on a number of occasions. And there we go. If you have your strength up and you get attacked multiple times, that is very, very cool. Okay, you're gonna attack once. You know what? That's the good thing with the bracelets, you know. They don't give us the hugest spike in strength, but it is steady, it's slow, it is steady, it's good, it's solid. This also gives us more strength. And the amulet, we have 25 block here. Let's try to get... Okay, that was the worst claw ever, but hey, I have another perk, which essentially, if I only pick up 1 item, I think I mentioned that earlier, that it activates double. Let's actually see. What do I have? Gain 1 strength every time you take damage. The Vampire Fangs. Picky. Yeah, if I pick up only 1 item, it gets triggered twice. I also have a free reroll coupon. Every time I can select a reward, 1 reroll is free, which is good because money is, you know, items and everything is very expensive in this game. So every little bit of gold you can save, kind of worth it. Minimalist. Also, as you saw previously, these rewards and the items are hyper specific. So sometimes, or quite often actually, some of these items are like 100% useless to you. And useless also means if you clutter them, that's actually a very huge debuff to your overall strength, so to speak. So reroll, pretty good. Because you don't want to have an item that is like not good for you at all. Also, minimalists get 10 strength if there are no items left in the machine at the end of your turn. So there's that. You can also delete items of your deck. Otherwise, I haven't really found much like ways so far to... I have no idea how you're supposed to get no items other than just try to delete pretty much everything from your deck. Also, we have bargain, reduces prices for all services by 20%, and a blacksmith coupon. Again, it's early access because here it says you can upgrade 1 item for free each time you visit the blacksmith. No, it's actually not. I thought at first it only said the first one and then double. It still works, so it's always 1. Never mind, I'm just silly. And I'm gonna pick up... I never managed to do that. What did I do with the claw machine there? Come on, just a little bit of damage. There we go. Also, the block should help with the spikes. There we go. Also 1 health because we have the Vampire Fangs. Great. Removes all stacks of poison from you. Wooden bracelet again. Ooh, Creeper fights at your side for 3 turns. I saw that item before, but I had a better choice back then, I think. And I wonder how this works, because this character that I picked always has cream puff. So let's see, can we have 2 cream puffs? That would be great. Well, let's pick up Felina's cat carrier and see what that does. Okay, let's see. What is this item? Hand of Meters. Converts all fluff inside a small radius into gold coin. That actually sounds nice, but we need to pay 5 gold to maybe have a choice to land it here. And guys, I never managed to do this. Honestly, this is very frustrating. And pretty much all of these things are like luck-based, like a real claw machine. And everyone who ever tried a real claw machine knows how frustrating they can be. You know what? To show it off, let's play around. So this moves, and I try to get this. Of course, I try to just have it drop down here. Never quite seem to work because it stops here. So this is a trap. So I have no idea. We'll wait here. No. Maybe? Oh, close. But I'm not gonna pay more money. This is so frustrating to me. It costs so much money. You know, I wouldn't even, even if this would be for free, sometimes there's items you don't want to have, and paying so much money, 5 is a lot. No, thank you. Okay, let's go with another combat easy one. We should be able... Ooh, this is new. Skulodl. This enemy intends to modify items in the machine. That's not nice. Okay, you attack 3 times. Let's go right here. That looks like a good haul. Not necessarily a healing potion, but strength ring gives us like 4 strength because it's upgraded, which is nice. So we're back to 8. We deal a lot of damage. Now I would like to have a little bit of block. I would like to have this wooden bracelet and a shield. Beautiful. Okay, 20 at least. There's still gonna a lot coming in, but we also deal a lot back, luckily. Oh, that's a lot of attacks. So you curse them. What does that curse do? If one poison should play at the end of... No, you just poison me. I think they only are cursed and move. We don't get anything negative otherwise. So it could actually be good if it positions to... Oh, yes, yes, yes! Do we get a second cream puff? We do! That's amazing, I didn't know that. We did. So if this guy's attacks, he gets 6 times 17 damage right now. Yeah, these two are done. That's awesome. He's going to dodge 1 attack. Okay, that's awesome. Oh, actually it jumped up here. I think I just want some... There we go. A little bit of more block. Because now with the double cream puff... There we go. 30 block. Take the damage. Beautiful. Ah, that's fun. Okay, let's go. A little bit of healing with the healing potion is fine. More strength, damage. Oh, you had a lot of block. And I... Oh, that roll jumped into maybe the energy drink. I'm not even sure if I had anything to convert into strength, any block. I would love to have a... I mean, now we want to block, right? Oh, let's just go here. There we go. Because we already, like, he's gonna take still 60 damage. We just want to, you know, not take damage right now. There we go. Okay, increase your block by 3 and gives you 5 spikes. So if we click this, show detailed spikes, this deals 1 damage to the attacker when being attacked. Not that bad. I wonder if this is a big item, I actually don't know, but we essentially have our cat, which is the same. There's another energy drink. I have to admit the energy drink can be good, but usually when we pick up block, we wanted to, well, you know, block damage. So I think 1 in our deck is totally fine. This is also already unupgraded, so 4 to 1. I think a second one would actually make us weaker, because, well, more often than not, we want the block. This deals damage and removes block, which is actually pretty decent. But this, again, the Battle Axe is one of these huge items. And I don't want that. Reroll. Poison Dagger attacks the nearest enemy for 5 damage and applies 3 poison. What is poisoned again deals 1 damage in the start of every turn and reduces the amount of poison by 1. Converts all fluff inside a small release into gold. Oh, see, that's the one we could have gained for like 10 plus gold at this slot machine, pachinko machine before. I mean, maybe we literally don't do anything with the fluff. And this could actually make it easier because it makes fluff disappear, I guess, and we gain, you know what? Sure. It can actually be upgraded, converts in a large radius. You know what? Also higher rarity. Let's take this. And now we choose a boss just by the look of it. I mean, this seems like, I don't know. I have no basis on this. This seems like a guy, maybe a big one, who hits every few times and deals a lot of damage. But this one has tentacles, right? And tentacles could mean a lot of attacks. And that's very good for us. We want to get attacked again a lot, thanks to Cream Puff. So let's give this a try. First off, question mark. What's this? Okay, this is essentially a free thing where we just go in and gain gold, but there's also a lot of spikes here that deal 5 damage to us. I think I want to go here because the magnet is kind of gonna go up and right and grab more stuff maybe. Let's try here. We're gonna get some spikes regardless, but also a bunch of coins, so that's actually pretty good. 75, actually very good. We had 84 health against the boss, huh? But there's also always this, the reward. This is Nanny. And Nanny also always gives us a little bit of gold and healing. And right now we kind of want to have both. So I'm going to try to pick this, one of these piggy banks, 4 to 10 gold. And I want a healing potion as well. 1 healing potion always hits for 10. So we're at 94, gained more gold, 83, pretty decent. And we know there's a forge coming up. And thanks to our perks, we'll get 2 free forges, so to speak, which is pretty good. Also, yeah, this is our starting perk, so to speak, which is the character itself. Cream Puff permanently fights at your side. You start the fight with 1 strength. Okay, let's go. What are you about? 451 health. This enemy intends to buff itself or others twice. Lord Squidula! Well, we want to get our strength up ASAP. Don't have any of these strength potions. Okay, we want to get down here. The block, not that important. Strength is important right now. Okay, 6 at least. We have the second claw. Do we want to get the second cream puff on the field already? Doesn't really help us much this turn, but these 2 items both buff our strength. So let's try to go with this. Use the wall a bit. There we go. Could deal a little bit of damage, but we had 13 strength, and that's nice. And he's gonna attack us 5 times. Yes. Also, what the hell is this? Poisonous attacks. Each attack applies 1 poison. That's actually pretty bad. And he's going to heal itself. Wait, 5 attacks? So by 20? Because he has 4 vampire fangs, right? He has 1 health after each attack, so it should be 4 times. Oh man. Luckily, thanks to Cream Puff, we deal a lot of damage back. And I would love to have the other one, but there's a lot of strength buff here. And we want block. Yeah, I think... Let's see. Okay, at least 2 block items. Got still 45 damage coming in. So for that, yeah, let's see if we can get this. Ah, yeah, that was bad. Usually you don't want the item you're looking for to be right under the claw. You always want to be slightly off. Still okay. Poison is not that nice. He's gonna buff itself at least. Or himself. But let's try to go in here. Maybe get the healing staff for a little bit of healing as well. And more strength, that's fine. So 12 healing, 11 thanks to the staff, 1 extra thanks to vampire fangs. And let's try to maybe go here. Okay, strength and the other cat, that's nice. We deal damage and take some, but that's still fine. Thanks to the shard we picked up there. And here's the coins. Okay, we actually need to manually pick up the coins. Okay, still better than fluff. Okay, you're gonna attack a lot, so we want all the block. And healing. And we still have poison. I mean, we have the cats. They deal a lot of damage back. So technically we really want the bracelets, because they give us block and strength. Okay, 2. 2 is fine. Thank you very much. 25 block. 26 strength. I wonder if I could take only this. Double the amount of block when picked up alone. And also, thanks to this item, wherever it is, picky, it would get doubled. So this would be, yeah, 30 times 260 block. Let's see if I can make this work. Yeah, okay, that was way too much to the right. I hate when this happens. Again, it's claw machine thing. It's feels very punishing if you don't get what you're aiming for and when you need it. Lucky we're still okay. He's very much down. Let's see. Let's get some damage done. Healing as well. Okay, I was actually aiming for the bombs. But again, this is a little bit more damage. Healing. So let's get the bombs ready if we're close to winning. Oh wait, this is already... Just the spike alone wins, because gets increased by 31 strength at that point. Nice. Okay. We actually went pretty okay against this boss. That's not always the case. Because they always have a lot of health and they love to buff themselves. So pick 1 reward, Alchemist Coupon. You can transmute 1 item for free each time you visit the Alchemist. Again, we don't have anything at all. Maybe fluff, but fluff is its own thing. We have nothing that has synergy with like metal or wood, so that's useless to us. Blockmaster, retain up to 25% of your block between turns. Could actually be decent, not gonna lie. Because, again, we want to play this character a little bit more, or at least I right now want to play this character more defensively. And we have deflation, 4 random items shrinks in size at the end of their turn. That's what I mean. That's actually pretty cool. I'm not sure if normal sized items can shrink even further down, but that's good if you have a lot of big items, which currently we have essentially 1, 2, and the shields 4, but not that many. Yeah, let's take this. We always want to have blocks, so retain 25%, actually decent. All right. There's essentially a pachinko machine, which, nope, never gonna go back to that. Another question mark, who knows? But yeah, Forge is still good for us. So we have another alchemist, nothing here. If I leave, he disappears completely, unfortunately. Let's go to the watch and let's upgrade some items. Definitely the bracelet. First one is free. So instead of 1 strength and 10 block, it's 2 strength and 15 block. Beautiful. We can activate or also increase the spiky stress ball, which now increases the strength by 5 instead of 3, but also adds more stress ball spikes. That's kind of the trade-off, right? Still deals 5 damage to us, which is actually quite a lot. But of course, they benefit from the extra damage. So this is essentially 5 items deal 6 damage. Like, if we just played the spiky stress ball by the increased strength by 5, it's always going to be at least 6 damage, take 5 damage. And of course, it's going to be more. But yeah, let's upgrade it. This C strength, pick strength or something like that. This would be in a large radius for 19. I mean, we have so much gold. Let's try to really upgrade. And we could upgrade the daggers to deal 10 damage instead of 5, but I mean, I think I want to go more block, if at all. Let's go. Spend all our money here. A lot of upgrades. We have another pachinko. No, thank you. I'd rather just take this perk mod, which gives us 1 permanent buffs, which is essentially another kind of slot machine, but I'm going to show you guys that in a second. There's already new bosses coming up. Interesting. Well, we're getting close to floor 20. Oh, that's a lot of attacks coming in. Oh, that's a lot of fluff disappearing. Now, if we had like a magnet claw or so, there's at least one character that can start with that. And I think like very, very rarely you can also gain extra claws. But so far in this one, I think I saw one like tentacle claw, but it had the description that it only opens in water. So I wasn't sure to pick it up because most likely it was useless. And I wasn't even 100% sure if it was a claw because it was presented like the same as every other item, so to speak. Well, we want block, we want the bracelet, and maybe the other kitty cat already. Maybe like this. Yeah. We at least have a little bit of block. Really want block right now, please. Okay, let's... Okay. A lot of damage coming in. Another bomb. Bomb, by the way, deals damage to all enemies. Okay, kitty cats already have a little bit, but now we need block and healing. Where's my magic staff? I actually don't see it. There it is. I would love to heal up, not gonna lie. Okay, block and strength increase. This pendant gives us 7 strength. 10 block. I really... What do we block? I mean, that's the safer place, right? Let's get the block. There we go, so we don't take any damage in this turn at least. Still deal a lot of back. This second kitty cat is gonna be for 1 more round, so right now we really want to try to block all the damage. Okay, 34, not enough. But again, we still deal a lot of damage back. There's a healing potion. Let's try. Maybe we get the... Yeah, oh, okay, it's doubled. At least it's doubled, thanks to our perk. So 64, 23 strength. Yeah. Double cats, very cool. Antidote, removes all stacks of poison. No. Reroll. Tower shield, increases block by 20. Again, no indication, but I'm like 90% sure this is most likely. I mean, it's a tower shield. It's literally called that a huge item, right? We don't want that. A cactus deals 2 damage to yourself, increase block by 10. No, there's one of those things. Water bottle. It fills the machine with water. If the machine already has a liquid inside, it will refill the current liquid. I would love to see that. And maybe we do a second run where trying to go exclusively for that. But right now with this build, no. None of these are good. Reroll. Oh, another wooden bracelet. I mean... That has the huge synergy. And again, plastic shield and antidote. And that's another thing. It seems like there's quite a limited amount of items so far in the game, Les. We have seen all of them already. Which again, if you only seldom get across liquids or so, that's kind of the thing. But I've never seen any item that adds lava or so. So maybe you need to play more rounds to unlock more stuff. I don't know about that. But we already get a few things that have synergy with that. Hard to tell. So let's pick up one of those. This is one of these, you know, essentially it just rolls. You gotta click the button until 2, or depending if you have extra choices thanks to perk. So many items here, you choose one of them. It's still better than the pachinko machine. Vaccine. 50% of your poison gets removed at the end of each turn. Decent, another minimalist. Well, again, I have no idea how to get rid of all the items in the machine. So rather vaccine. Actually, 50%. Pretty decent. So I gladly take that instead of just one stack. Okay, we really need some healing, by the way. So I really need to try to pick up the healing stuff whenever we can. Because again, I can heal up to 20, which is pretty decent. And it is right here. Also a bunch of block and strength. That's pretty cool. There we go. Still 24 damage coming in. So we block everything. Love that. So I'm going to try to get either the cat and or more strength. Ooh, oh, almost 3 items. Pretty good. There we go. You attacked us 3 times. I have 2 kitties. I also again want the healing stuff to heal up, to get ready for the boss. There we go. By the way, you might have noticed most of our attacks, so the kitties of course only attack the one who attacks us in retaliation, so to speak. And then we have items, for example, like the dagger, which always attacks the first and nearest enemy, well, for its damage. The staff exclusively always targets the last enemy, which, I mean, there's a little bit of decision making. I like that. So you're gonna attack for 31. I mean, try to get some wooden bracelets, right? I mean, like this. Also bomb? Ah, not the bomb. Okay. Still fine. We block all the damage. Our kitties are stronger. So 18 damage back to this one. He's gonna attack us 3 times. Let's see if we can get more wooden bracelets. 2. So we block the damage. Kitties retaliate for more. Oh, what is that? Honeyball. An item that touches it will stick to the... Oh, probably from the monohive, right? I used to have one of those in my deck as well, but I think I removed it. Yeah, let's try to get the healing. Oh, okay. That's why you want to have honeyballs. If you get that with a claw machine, that would be amazing. Let's see, maybe if we're like super lucky. It's actually too big to really grab. Oh no. Okay, now I would love to... Oh, that was terrible. Well, that was very, very terrible. Not gonna lie. Okay, I'm gonna try once to grab the honeyball thing. That would be amazing. Also heal us up. No, forget it. Then I'm gonna try to get the healing potion. He's gonna buff himself up. We deal a bit of damage, gain more strength, but healing potion right now is why I wanted that. We need to heal up before we face the boss. It's gonna attack for 31. Healing potion spawned here. And also block, please. Decent, decent. There we go, 84 health. You know what, I'm just gonna go down here, get a little bit of block, a little bit of gold. Not sure if Mida's hand does anything if we pick it up. No, it doesn't. Okay, we need 2 damage. Just gonna block up. We just want to do damage right now. So, a dagger. There we go. That's good enough for us. Hand mirror reflects 1 attack or debuff back to the attacker next turn. Interesting. I wonder if this... I actually wonder if this blocks the cats from acting. If the attack gets reflected. Also, credit card attacks the first enemy for 1 damage, spends 5 coins, and permanently increases its damage by 2. Actually pretty decent, but we rely on our pure amount of strength. And we don't need to spend that much money to make one item very strong. Antidote, no thank you. The question is hand mirror. It has a higher rarity. Could be very cool with the debuffs, not gonna lie. And if it's like 1 very high attack, that could be cool as well. But we're... no, reroll, because I don't... That's the thing, I don't know if this is a big item. That would be not that good for a deck, I think. So reroll, small sword, no. Block, no. I think metal shield probably big as well. Poison dagger, no. Reroll. Okay, ring of strength increases strength by 2. Gold dagger attacks the nearest enemy, dealing 3 damage plus 1 damage for each 10 coins you have. Dagger probably small, so benefits from strength, but ring of strength. We're all about the strength. So, you look like someone Melimon who wants to give us a lot of debuffs. No, thank you. So I rather attack this guy, the Barbarian, who probably hits hard though. So before we go into him, question mark. Okay, it's you again. Oh, that's the first time I see liquids. Look at this. Let me guess, these piranhas are probably gonna deal damage to us. Oh, like a harpoon. That's a cool thing. So we're gonna try to hit the thing, right? No! There we go. What's in the chest? Oh, now the Spiker Stress Bomb. Yeah. Fits our deck. Let's go to Granny. We would like to get at least one healing potion. And more gold. Never bad. See? Exactly what I was hoping for. 93 health. Let's face this boss. He's gonna buff himself. 636 health. Oh boy. Okay, we need strength. This. Oh, I actually was aiming for the amulet. Well. Oh, double bracelet somehow. You're gonna buff, so we want to try to use that time to buff ourselves as well. Get the money, get the strength rings, get the amulet. What the hell is that? 30 damage is okay, double strength at the end of every turn. Oh no, so we need to defeat him fast. We're not built for that at all. There's this energy drink, which I don't want to have, but it's fine if we get it. I rather want the bomb. We need to get the strength up. So it seems like we're a little bit on a timer to defeat this boss. And that is not what this character is about. We really want to drag it on and rely on retaliation damage. I want block, please. Thank you very much. For now, that's good enough. There we go. 34 damage. Okay, it's strength. But its strength is already 8. This is terrible. This is legit terrible. Okay, bomb for the damage and the block and the strength, please. Thank you very much. So bomb is gonna explode next turn for 30 damage. I would like to have more... we can take some. Let's just go in here. Trying to get the second cat ready as well, maybe. Okay, 23 is okay. I can take 11 damage. Bomb explodes. 16 damage already. Okay, common strength. Also a spike to deal damage. I mean, that qualifies maybe as a smaller item, right? Than a dagger. Okay, second one. 12 damage coming in. Let's actually try to go to the second cat. Maybe the healing. It's fine if we just take a few items or other items right now. Deal damage. Right now, the spikes might actually be good for us, because we really want to deal damage. He's gonna attack every single turn, isn't he? Oh no. Okay, bomb and block. 58, this is legit terrible. Okay, please, I need both of these items right now. We need the healing. And we need the cat. And another block, beautiful. Okay, we have a chance. We need the healing, we need the cat, so they deal, yes, a lot of damage back. So we only need to survive these 90 incoming damage. But then we basically won. Just in time, frankly. I'm not sure if we can actually survive the 90 damage. 25. So we are, what, 69? Heh. Funny, but not enough. So if we screw this up now, we're done. 42. If I pick you up, 7 plus 42 is not enough. We just need to survive this attack. The retaliation damage is gonna be enough. Oh no. Healing potion would be 15 and maybe... Oh god, that's the thing. We need right here. I think that's the biggest chance. We need block, we need healing. We need 2 items at least. I'm not sure if this is right. Please. Oh no! Okay, it's double, but it's not gonna be enough, right? No. Maybe I survived because the retaliation damage triggered before, because we were at 0 health there. So I guess how the game handles is that retaliation damage triggers before the lose condition. I'll take it. Oh man, yeah, that's a very mean boss. Completely destroys if you want to try to go for like a long tactic here. Increase critical hit damage by 20%. We don't have, I think we only have like crit hit chance by 10. We haven't found any way to increase that. So no thank you. Shredder coupon. You can shred one item for free each time you visit the shredder. Greedy. Get an additional claw to collect items in reward rooms. That sounds decent, even though we are very... Honestly, it would be very good at the beginning of a run, but we had floor 17 from 20. So we're not going to make use of this much. Same with the shredder reroll. You regenerate 1 health when you deal damage. And even more upgrades. You know what? We need survivability. Even if it's just going to be a little bit of health, I'll take that rather. There's another forge. 2 free upgrades already. Let's go. Definitely this. Definitely this. And, I mean, considering what we just learned, probably try to get our block up. So we have only these items. Maybe I should have picked this Spike Stress Bomb. So I think I rather... Oh, to shred, I need to pay money. Never mind, we're broke. Okay, another forge. Floor 19. Then we're getting close to the final boss. Oh, you look cool. Dynamic duo. This enemy tends to buff itself or others. You are a mouse. A gun rat, okay. Sure. Okay, let's go. Healing staff. Okay. Oh, come on, nothing. That's terrible. A little bit of block, a little bit of damage. I'll take it. Not the best first turn. We're soaked. Increase damage taken by 1% and increase the amount of stacks by 10. So 50% more damage. That's not nice. I would like to have bracelets, please. Oh, there's a lot of strength rings here. Let's go. Okay, it's fine. Energy drink doesn't really trigger. At least we had 14 strength, but that's enough damage to... The question is... 30 damage. Is it already including the 50%? Uh-oh. Like, seriously, uh-oh. I actually want this. We need the big shield, only this one. Please, nothing else. We need the... Okay, whatever. Well, we're gonna find out, right? If not, we're pretty much screwed. Yep. We were doing so fine. 2 hour run. No, didn't get to the final boss. And yeah, that's one of my biggest gripes with the game. I have these other 2 runs which I tried and essentially stopped because it's very swinging, this game so far. I still want to show you a little bit. We have a bunch of characters. There doesn't seem to be much of a story. Another critique from my original demo days, so to speak. So, at least Sir Bernalot has a little bit of reason. Sir Bernalot used to be a knight, but he gambled away all his coins and fell from grace. He's now on a quest to reclaim his lucky paw, which was chopped off by the evil Dungeon Lord. And I think when you boot up the game, there's a little bit of an animation cinematic, which is cool. But the other characters don't really have this. Also, of course, every character has a little bit of extra benefits. For example, Sir Bernalot, more health, starts with 5 block every turn. And apparently, a reward for completing a run is this item, Sir Bernalot's Lucky Paw, which your health is increased by 15. You start each turn with the 10 block, which is simply just his own power. Which I guess means we could technically gain this as a perk for other characters, maybe? Okay, we made it to floor 19. But the others don't really have much of a reason to go down here. But what else do we have? Dolly has been unlocked. Each time you deal damage to yourself, you deal the same damage to the nearest enemy. Interesting. Health is increased by 50 and block is reduced by more. So we want to go like with much of healing and damage. That's kind of interesting. Description. You start each fight with a beaver dam and 4 strength. Your health is decreased by 30. What is the beaver dam? I do like that the game has so many hover overs. Very important. Uses of wood items to increase... Aha! To increase the block of the dam by the value of your strength. You receive 1 strength each time it takes damage. Permanently increases its health by 3 if it survives a fight. You know what? We might gonna try this. It mess over 500 coins. We don't have Bernie. Squiddy. Okay, he has get 1 strength each time you fill the machine with liquid. The second claw is always a tentacle claw. It spreads its tentacles when so much. Yeah, I did find the tentacle claw once as an item, but I didn't have any liquids. Fill the machine at least 5 times with water. And we have Garbage Greg. 50% of all items get removed after your turn. Your damage is increased by 2% of every item in your deck. So I guess he's like, that means he's pretty much the only character that can get rid of his items, maybe. Plastic Knife, starts strong, gets weaker. Chief Banner. Okay, you know what? I want to see and try Benny Beaver for a second. Benny always had a strong passion for wood, so after school he joined a group of traveling beavers to follow his dream of building dams. Here's the item overview. There's still a few like Fortune Cookie I've never seen. But frankly, I would love to have a few more items. Also, I think I've never seen the wood orb, but maybe it's like unique to every character from Poor. Your lucky pass. Yeah, we need more items, not gonna lie. That said, we can only play on normal right now because I've never beaten the game yet. Because suddenly the game really got hard, and that's when I want to try you as well. Like, this is a very first run, and especially at the beginning it can get very swingy as well, which is why I kind of abandoned my very first 2 runs as well, because I just got offered items that didn't work with my deck at all, and then you essentially fall off the difficulty curve that fast. That is quite frustrating, not gonna lie. So we actually have metal items. We only have the small shields that are wood. Everything else is metal. So we start with the Beaver Dam and 4 strength. The health is decreased, actually. Sorry, I just want to read what the Beaver Dam is about again. So it uses up our wooden items to increase the block by our amount of strength. So the wooden shields, we essentially eat them to gain more block. Apparently increase its health by 3, and if the Beaver Dam survives. Okay, again, we can't click. I'm gonna move with the keyboard. Oh, that's the Beaver Dam. So I guess that protects us as well, right? That's why we want the wood items to make that survive. Interesting, but there's already 24 damage coming in. Well, let's get some wooden shields and some damage in. Let's see what happens. Damage, damage. There we go. So these wooden shields has been eaten out of our deck, so to speak. Permanently increases its health only if it survives, but it should survive right now at least. And every time it takes damage, we increase our strength as well. Interesting. But now let's try to deal a little bit of extra damage. Oh, we actually dealt enough. Nice. So it survived. So Heat Gun attacks the last enemy for 3 damage and shrinks 3 items. Morningstar attacks the nearest enemy, dealing 100% of your block as damage, and you lose 20% of your block. I think with our character we're gonna have... No, the block is mostly gonna be on our dam, right? So I'm gonna pick the Heat Gun and to at least show and see together with you guys how the shrinking works on normal sized items. And of course, in the Heat Gun itself is a big item. So you're gonna attack for 12. We wanna eat some wooden shields then. Still give you a block. So uses up wood items to increase the block of the dam by the volume of your strength. Yeah, we have 4, so 8 total. Every time it takes damage. But we want... So it means we wanted to take damage first. What means takes damage? Also, if it blocks, we're gonna find that out. Let's try to get the Heat Gun first. There we go. So what? Oh no! Also normal items can get tinier. That is actually pretty cool. So we have down the road more chances to pick it up then. No, our strength has not increased. The block makes the dam so much weaker. Not gonna lie. So let's deal a little bit of damage. We do have the extra strength, luckily. This one is down 12. So technically, I wanted to gain the take the damage now of 12 to gain the extra strength, but we did it anyway. So fills the machine with water. You know what? Let's do this now. I'm gonna pick this. Also, there's reward again. We're just gonna turn it, but we can also skip it to get the choice anyway. Reroll coupon. Okay, 1 free reroll is nice. Whenever you take any damage, 1 remaining item from a deck is added to the machine. I guess I'd rather take the reroll. There we go. Also, this very first boss, Prickwood, is, by the way, always the very first boss. I've never encountered anyone else at the very first boss. I would love to see a little bit more variation there, not gonna lie. Okay, and this again. We're gonna turn it, we're gonna skip it. Shredder coupon or the golden tentacle. The reward room is filled with water and you can use a tentacle claw to collect items. The reward rooms itself. Interesting. Sure, let's give it a try. Let's visit Nanny. Oh, that counts as a reward room. Okay. Oh, I love the tentacle, actually. Oh, this is disgusting and cool. I don't know how it works, so... Oh, like this. Okay, that's actually pretty cool. Still missed this. Not sure if this was better overall for healing, though. Okay. Oh, so we need to pick up the water puddle. It's not even, like, permanent. Yeah. Okay, so you're gonna buff yourself up. I don't want the wooden item. I need damage right now. Heat gun, maybe? Just start shrinking at the bigger sword. At least the sword. And the heat gun, please. Thank you. Just 3 damage. I mean 7 because we have the extra strength. So, spike. I wonder if our dam protects us from the spikes. He's gonna deal 6 damage. Let's see. Let's try to get some daggers going. Also a lot of wood. I'm not sure. No. Okay, the spike does not protect... the dam does not protect us from spike. Fair enough, I guess. It's gonna survive the 6 damage. That's for sure. Okay, let's go get the sword. Ah, of course not. At least we still deal with some normal damage. I mean, it does protect us. Let's get the daggers and maybe the water bottle for fun. No, but mostly daggers. I guess that's the way. Like, at the beginning, thanks to the dam, we are more on the defensive side, and once it's broken, hopefully has gained a lot of damage, we do have a little bit of extra strength to still survive. That was not good that we ate those. But are they gone? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Uses of wood items to increase the block. So I guess, no, it does not destroy the wood items, it just takes them instead of us. So we don't get the benefit of wood items, the dam does. Okay, I misunderstood that. So deal the damage, and I would love to have some healing. And I want the water bottle. Come on, give me the water bottle. Just because I want to see how it fills up. Okay, there we go. Let's see how this works. Now we gained 1 strength. That's cool. I want the heat gun. Okay, we're still going down. Ah, lost the heat gun. Great. And the daggers. Oh, because wooden items... Okay, of course, wood is at the... Oh, man, that makes the metal items so much worse, though. Because now we can't get them without a tentacle, for example. Okay, well, it seems like water disappears over time. I need the damage! How do I get it now? Because now we only get the stuff at the top. Because metal, of course, is heavier. Oh no. Maybe if I try to get the heat gun at least? Nope. Uh-oh. Well, that is unsatisfying, because we kind of screwed ourselves. Well, at least if we ever pick up the water bottle. Come on, I need damage. Come on. Yay, heat gun at least. Shrink some items, there we go. Still, we take so much retaliation damage, which is pretty bad. 12 damage now. Heat gun. And the wooden shields don't protect us. Well, give me daggers. We can do 2 attacks until we die, essentially, from that. Okay. Now we need to gain block first with the... That's what I mean. I need now the metal shields to gain enough block together with a dagger to deal damage. Otherwise we have lost. Well, we have the block, but the block disappears, right? Because we can't get rid of the spike, that's the thing. And we take the damage guaranteed, and I can only attempt to block it. So I want you And if he buffs himself up even once more, there's no way. It's only 7. So I need this metal shield to go into our character first, and then we also need a damage dealing device. And we don't have the damage dealing device. Great. And it's about to buff itself. And I need the metal shields, and I have no idea how to get them with water. Well, that's what I mean. We completely screwed ourselves, and there's no way out. I don't see the way out. 18. Even if I now get, I mean, even with 2 metal shields, it would only be a block of 14. Before it was 15 damage. We have 1 health. So it doesn't matter what I do. I've lost. I have lost. Even because the water makes it just harder. We can now play until eternity. But I need more block. That maybe again it's if we have enough block at the same turn where we deal damage. It works. Let's just try this. It doesn't matter. Maybe if we still get it at the same as it gets us. We both lost, but I survived like last time. No. That's kind of what I mean. So, Dungeon Clawler, ladies and gentlemen. Is it fun? Honestly, yes. But I also have to say that the game kind of suffers from a couple of things, which are pretty much identical to the state of how it was and how they were essentially at the state of the demo. I would love to see more variety of items, frankly. I would love to, frankly, have a better choice for the player, so to speak. Because right now, the game overall is very swingy, very RNG based, and of course, due to the claw machine, that's kind of the idea, right? Or that's what a claw machine is. But especially on the roguelike genre, so to speak, it also can lead to easy frustration if you just don't pick the item you want, or only get offered items that are at best worse, useless for your character, and at worst actually like negative and makes you weaker. And I feel like that's currently still a lot of the case. Then there's small things like that. Like I know this game is also being developed or offered on iOS. So it's kind of weird that on this map I would actually rather click than move with WSD. Would also be cool if you could also kind of use the mouse for the claw machine. But that's just small things. But yeah, overall it's like what I feel it needs is more polish. It is only early access, but I would love to have more interesting choices offered to the player to get more build variety together with a balance so it doesn't feel as swingy and RNG based, which kind of can lead to a bunch of frustrated and pretty much abandoned runs I see, and I feel at least that's what happened to me. And also again with a variety, it would be cool to somehow make Sir Bunsalot be a character that focus on liquids exclusively, because I only get offered them. But right now it seems like it's also very character dependent, and some of those items are just completely useless. And due to the kind of low amount of items, for example, that have synergy with the liquid, that makes it kind of like almost impossible to get going with like for example this characters, and other characters only kind of benefit to it because of their starting perks, so to speak. So I hope I could kind of transfer this. That's kind of the thing right now. And again, like, please give me the option to highlight big items when on the reward screen. The mini games I think are usually not worth it for me, especially pachinko and stuff like this, because they are so heavily RG dependent. They cost so much money. Money is very valuable in this game. And if you pay a lot of money just for a small chance to maybe get an item that might not even be a good item for your deck, at best maybe an okay items, maybe again it's completely useless. And speaking of interesting choices. If I'm in a room and I have like 2-3 reward rooms, so to speak, or merchants, I sometimes like to strategize. I like to go to the forge and think, oh, okay, I have so much money. Forging actually right now costs 18 money. I have, I don't know, 68 gold. How much costs scrapping an item right now? But if I do that, I leave the merchant with the forge and it's gone and vanishes completely. Like, if I don't activate the merchant even, why make it disappear? Allow me to just leave the shop, because also like in the thematic, right? If I'm in a dungeon room, why not walk between them and choose and strategize and optimize and stuff like that? And also, I like technically the idea that we have different, or I very much love the idea of a class, and I love that there's different claws, but there's, I think sometimes there's a magnet claw, which one character starts with. You sometimes have it in a reward room. We saw the tentacle claw. I once got it offered. But why not have more claws? That would be amazing, would be a huge benefit. And that would be amazing for, like, for example, Suburni Lotto. So maybe I have a run where I have no upgraded items, and I have only not like weak items, so to speak. But due to my run, I managed to pick up so many upgrades that makes my claw better. Maybe I have actually 4 claws. The 3 metal claws. Of these 4 claws, 1 is a magnet claw as well, and 2 of my 4 claws also have like an increased size or something like that. And I mostly use on that I essentially have 4 turns to get strong and deal damage and use all my weak items, because I have more turns, so to speak, to spend on those. That would be cool. Like, where you have just don't focus this completely on the items. Maybe give this synergy also a lot of with the claws, or maybe you kind of synergize. Again, there's the potential is there, where maybe you get a character that focuses only on liquid items together with liquid claws that are connected to that. Same with the wood, same with metal, and so on. We saw the harpoon thing once. That would be cool. I'm actually would love to see that also with the like overall gameplay progression, that maybe every boss gives you a new claw, or every second one, every third one, or something like that. Or they just go, I feel like this is an underutilized mechanic, even though that's kind of the thing that makes it stand out itself. And I would love to see that, because this is kind of fun. It's very frustrating if you don't hit anything with a claw, but it would be less frustrating if you had more than 2 claws and if you could customize them. And I think I saw glances of this where you can kind of influence. For example, I think I got offered a perk once that increases my magnet claws magnet ability by 30% or so. But I had a character that didn't have a magnet claw, so it was again completely useless. It would be cool if I had a character that I had one, and maybe even more than that. So that's kind of the thing where I'm so much on the fence on this game, because I think the potential here is amazing. And it doesn't quite utilize it and needs more balancing, more interesting player choices. Another thing now that I talk about it essentially would be that I would love, well, not love to see, but I'm not quite sure if a floor size of 20 is like the most optimal thing. For this game in particular, maybe having it to 12, 15 or 10 or so would be more interesting in the regardless. Runs right now are very long. And the power fantasy, again, is very low. Like, you always feel, due to the randomness and strength of the enemies, it actually feels more like you need to keep up on the difficulty curve, which again, frustrating, balancing, bouncing, what I mentioned earlier. And runs take very, very long. And usually in this genre, maybe this is doesn't mean that you have to do what everyone else does, but usually in this genre, in the roguelike genre, runs try to go, usually like 45 minutes instead of like 2 hours, where you, like last time, where I didn't even reach the boss. And of course, if I would make more runs, I would be faster, it would be a little bit shorter. But I think usually in roguelikes, an average run duration is roughly 45 minutes. So a little bit shorter, which first off makes probably balancing a little bit easier. And of course, hopefully would make it cooler with the other things I mentioned, like where you can also maybe get such good picks during the rewards, where you have a certain power fantasy, which is also usually a thing that is very rewarding if it's cool, right? Where you're so much above the difficulty curve, where you just blaze through it, at least sometimes. Of course, you don't always want that, but I feel like in all these different points that I mentioned here, and I could just rumble on and probably just say the same things multiple times, but that's what I think. There's more like on the polished side, where I would love to see more of this. Or like polished up on this, where I would like to see this expanded, give more choices, etc., etc. Again, all the things I said. And that's so many multiple small things. It is only early access, but that's also something that I wanted to see essentially early on in the demo, right? And that hasn't changed much. So that's kind of the thing, that my overall rating of this is pretty much the same like it was on the demo. This game offers an insane, and I really mean this, amount of potential. I really want to love this game, but right now, even though I had fun playing this, I also had a lot of experiences of frustration, and this feeling of not giving enough tools to make interesting choices, to make interesting builds and powerful and cool and varied builds during a run. Doesn't this make sense? Please tell me what you think of the game. Link is as always down in the description. Please also tell me what you think of this video, of the showcase of my amazing gamer skill, and of course of what I said. Maybe you disagree? Feel free to tell me why and what your points are. Regardless, thank you truly very much for watching, and we see each other in the next video.